Okay, let's drink some wine. Hi everybody, I'm Bryan Hinschberger.
And I'm Paul Hinschberger.
And we are the Wine Brothers.
Yes.
So today we are going to taste the wines from Veneto. To kind of reintroduce, I work with Vivant Imports. We do delicious Spanish wines and Italian wines and bring them into the country so that we all can taste something delicious every day. Paul, what do you do?
I'm an assistant winemaker in Woodinville, Washington. So I kind of know the production side of things, and I also love to drink wine.
Perfect.
I'm your brother, so I get sucked into these types of videos.
Yep. So today what we're going to taste is the wines of Soave Classico. So in the Veneto, northeastern side of Italy, is one of my favorite white wines, really of the world, but definitely in Italy. So in the fair Verona of Veneto, just due east is the Soave Classico region. This was noted as a DOCG in 2002, and it is primarily focused on the grape of Garganega, which makes the Soave wines. Mm-hmm. So Le Mandolare is the house that we represent here in America, and I've got to say I am so very happy every time I taste these wines. A lot of producers of Soave will come in and kind of do the minimum. There's 70% is the minimum by law of Garganega that has to be in this wine. The other 30% can be, Trebbiano, Chardonnay. These guys, 30 hectares, small family-owned estate. Mm-hmm. 30 hectares of grapes and 100% Garganega. Why I think that's important is, we really taste the true expression of the grape. Mm-hmm. So let's get started. Let's start with this Corte Menini. This is from the Menini area, and absolutely beautiful wine. This is their entry level. So Renzo Rodegero is the winemaker here, and I think just doing exquisite wine with what he's got. They do these two wines, kind of their entry level, little step up. They even do the Pesito, Garganega, Reciotos. Wow. Hasn't been a whole lot of call for that here in the U.S. yet. If anybody would like to see those wines, we'd love to bring them in, but they are the higher end. But just tasting these, I can't wait to taste some of those, the big dogs. Yeah. The Corte Menini, like I said, from the Menini area. These guys are located in the Brognoligo area of the Soave Classico. The Menini area sits a little bit outside of this area, but all from their estate. What's fun about this wine is this spends only time aging in stainless steel, about 3 months. And on those 3 months, it's spent on its own lees. So what I think always gives kind of a nice texture. Do you agree as far as that goes?
Lees aging is aging on the actual yeast after it's been fermented. It kind of gives it that yeasty, creamy mouthfeel that you won't get if you don't do lees aging. So
which I'm kind of even picking up on the nose. Yeah, this nose is really luscious. Full of really fun kind of fruits, those pears and apples, but other tree fruits as well. What I think is definitely kind of a telltale signature of this, and Le Mandolare actually, they take their name from their premier estate, or from their premier vineyard. Mandolare is essentially kind of rough translation to the taste of almonds, and almonds is very true to the Garganega profile. So I kind of expect, and I'm definitely getting that kind of almondy note.
I'm getting hazelnuts, but
Okay. Tomatoes, hazelnuts, all. But beautiful aromas.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How's the palate? Have you tried this?
Yeah, it's definitely got I love the Garganega grape has such a full mouthfeel, and then with that lees aging, it kind of gives it that extra wonderful full mouth feel.
The acidity is great. Very mouth-watering, very expressive. What I like is the minerality really shows through, and here in the entire region of Soave, a lot of old volcanic hills, and so a lot of volcanic basalt and limestone, which I think is coming through very clearly. Really nice finish of minerality, the upfront fruits of kind of tropical. There's that pineapple note, there's a little bit of that passion fruit, mango.
Yeah, but on the nose I also am getting like a gunflint kind of minerality to it, which I love.
And the very, very nice thing, what I love about Soave in particular, is its absolute ability to pair with almost any food. The acidity is bracing enough to cut through a big, juicy, fat steak, if you want it to, you know. But it's also really, really crisp, refreshing, built for salad, built for appetizers, built for whatever you really feel like.
Right.
So that's the Corte Manini. This is their entry level. We're sitting under $20 on the shelf retail. Beautiful, beautiful wine. Lovely labels too, I must point out. Yeah. And yeah, Renzo's kind of introductory wine. I think he's doing a great job with this.
I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars on the picnic wine.
Ooh.
In the park.
No. Walking up the hay-laden fields underneath the big oak tree with your love. Open up the picnic basket with exactly. Pre-made sandwiches and salad. I even give it 4.7 stars on that. So let's move on to the Le Mandolare Il Roccolo. The Il Roccolo comes from hills much closer to what they do, or to where the actual estate is. So they've been around for 50 years, but their estate is state-of-the-art, brand new. They've just refinished a lot of little pieces of it, and the Il Roccolo actually comes from the hills just surrounding the community that they're in. Now the difference between these wines, obviously it's a little step up. We're sitting early to mid-20s on the retail shelf here, but what I think is absolutely gorgeous about this, and it's telltale on the actual palate and even the nose, is this has seen 30% of the wine went into oak.
Sure.
So we have 70% that just stays in stainless till springtime, and then after that time in oak, they mix them. So we're talking still 4 months is all sitting on oak, and much deeper nose. Very, very luscious fruit. The almond, I think the nuttiness of this one's coming out a little bit more.
I think that 3 months of oak kind of brings out the almond and the yeastiness.
So I'm not sure how many of you out there have tasted Soave. But this, to me, is the greatest Soave on the market available.
Oh, wow.
It is a gorgeous wine. And we're sitting in the early 20s price point. This is a really gorgeous.
And I love the Corte Manini, but this just has like that.
The umptuous, the luscious.
Yes, that succulent, savory Soave.
It's why it's called Soave.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the name Soave at some
point. Soave.
This wine is kind of the epitome of the grape. So, you know, we're sitting delicious picnic under the oak tree, you know, 5 stars out of 5. As far as the Il Roccolo, this also gets 5 stars. However, our scene has changed.
I want to do this with some seared scallops and
nice
butter,
blanc, yeah,
butter.
Nice butter sauce. So dark, beautiful kind of corner restaurant scene, you know, where you're really trying to impress that one you love, and cracking this open with that delicious appetizer or entree of seared scallop, and just something to really, really take your breath away. So wines of Soave. Veneto in Italy, the Garganega grape, absolutely fascinating bottles. Le Mandolare, Renzo is the winemaker that just does really gorgeous expressions of this grape, versus paying attention to anything else, Valpolicella, Amarones, which a lot of the winemakers do over there. They want to broaden out their book. These guys only deal with this grape, and I think it's absolutely thrilling that they do. It's a really bold move, and it's absolutely delicious.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.